Hey guys, a very quick unboxing and review of the Ryobi One Plus 23 gauge cordless pin nailer. This is the Airstrike technology, no compressor, no gas cartridges, no hose needed, up to 3500 pin nails per charge. Edge guide featuring quite a few bells and whistles that normally you would need when you're building cabinetry, furniture, when you're building more precise items. Settings, let's see the settings. Let me try to zoom that in. All right, fits every type of 18 volt battery. I have a spare one right here. That's the 4 amp hour battery. So let's see that. Type of nails, 23 gauge pin nails. Magazine capacity 130. Nail range 1/2 inch to 3/8. 1 3/8. 1/2 inch or 12.7 millimeters. Longest is 1 3/8 or 34.92 millimeters, almost 35 millimeters almost. So 3.85 pounds. I've used other 23 gauge before, and I'm really happy about those. They're fine for every precise work. I know you can build that. I know you can do that with safely with 18 gauge nailer, but with 23 inch nailer. So let me try to zoom that out. So unboxing, it comes with those, just one spare, and frankly speaking, those are at least have become hard to find. I found those in Home Depot. The Grip-Rite, it's a Home Depot type brand, and those, the 3 gauge and 1 inch micro pins, those are really hard to find. Normally you get a little bit, more often you'll find the short ones, that's 3/8 or something like that. So let's see what you have inside. Manual. Yep. Product lineup, booklet, and probably a review booklet inside. By all means, always do reviews. Always do reviews of those tools. The more reviews we have, the more precisely we can show what are the advantages of the tool or disadvantages if you find anything. So let's see. Those usually, the best thing I like about 23 gauge are that they're so inconspicuous, and especially if you're doing anything on hardwood that you want to stain, and you don't want those to kind of show. You don't want them to show. You don't want the nails to show. You always need to find some kind of solution like this. So they have arrows, and you just install that by pointing it here. Let me just place it correctly. Alright. Let's see if I did this job correctly this time. Yep. Okay. So basically what the tool has is maybe not minimalistic, but it is definitely the basic necessity that you need. This thing won't get worn easy. You have an LED here with the striking mechanism. So let's see. Plug the battery in. You have a short description that you need to kind of look at before usage. Comes with a key, comes with a hex key. Yep, if you need to adjust anything. So the tool itself, together with the 4 amp hour battery, it's kind of heavy, so it doesn't use a lot of power, so you can definitely use a smaller battery. Let's see. Okay, safety is good. Let's see now. Let's zoom in and see. Okay, so it had to go fully released. So, and there is a paddle here. There is a safety paddle here that you need to press, so that was covering it. So you need to press the safety paddle in order to be able to strike. See? Right there. So this one I strike, I hit it from a distance, but let's see how it will perform. Yep, do you see that? It is completely inconspicuous. That's exactly what I needed. And especially on items that are thin, and at the same time they're kind of easy to crack with 18 gauge. I would always prefer a pin nailer. A pin nailer is indispensable in a lot of cases. Pretty much every time you're fastening anything that's thin, especially hardwood, it doesn't get cracked at all. So basic operation: press this down, press trigger, keep it pointed, and that's it. You don't need to adjust anything right off the box. You saw me opening it, and it's right off the box. It is completely flush. I wished I could zoom a little bit better. Let me try to zoom that a little bit further. Yep. Where did it go? Okay, let's see strike number 2. Yep. And strike number 1. Safety is good, especially when you can hit this from a distance. You definitely need that. So there is no moving part here at the front, so you have to always be mindful, and that's especially true for 23 gauge pin nailers. So let me try something. So you see let me show you the orientation of the wood. So orientation of the wood is like this, so it's like this, so it's probably the easiest, but let's see, it will curve around, if it will curve around. Alright, so that was at an angle, and I can sense it showing. Maybe I can't say it in inches, but I would say about 1/4 of a millimeter. It's barely showing at an angle. Yep. So I really like this. all flush. All flush, and the marks that you see are just the wood being a little bit, you know, soft and me pressing on it, because you see it leaves a little marks even with my nail. Alright, perfect strikes every time, and then just secure it by removing the battery. It's compatible with pretty much all 23 gauge nails. I had those 1-inch nails. They're pretty much the standard for what we're using on any cabinetry, any trims. And you really need a precise machine for those, because the hitting area, first of all, the area itself where it hits is very small. I don't know if you are able to see that, but at the same time, if it's not precise and at the right angle, you can easily get those bent, especially if you're using low quality nails. Home Depot are getting better and better in those, and especially in combination with the 23 gauge pin nailer. It is a very good tool. Rubber over mold here, as you can see, just characteristic for Ryobi in recent days is like they have become just as good as others. I would say others like Milwaukee or Ridge or I don't know, Flex, whatever. They're just seem like quality standards are well enforced, well maintained on the Ryobi side. So it's definitely good thing to buy those now. Especially if you're doing a lot of work that involves trim, different levels of trim on cabinetry, stuff like that. It's indispensable tool, very good. Comfortable in the hand. Again, this battery is a little bit of overkill, 4 amp hours. You'll be pretty good with 2 amp hour or even 1.5 amp hour battery. Alright, Ryobi Airstrike 23 gauge cordless pin nailer. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.